In-Zero is back, and I don't know what happened, but this wrapped up way faster than I thought it would. I seriously thought Muller was going to be the final boss of this arc, but no. Let's start from the beginning. We start off where we left off, with Cheeky and Shara showing up after smashing through the wall. He immediately sees Rebecca just lying on the table and asks, "What are you doing here?" And her response is, "You told me to come." And then it's all explained that no, Muller was using a voice changer and it was all a trap. So that entire plot point was just resolved like basically in a matter of seconds. I still don't like the fact that she got fooled so easily, but whatever. Moving on. Shira frees Rebecca with its gravity, and then they all start focusing on Muller. Shira technically makes the first move, but all he really does is just throw some pieces of metal at him. The real first move, I would say, is actually Muller, who decides to activate his gravity powers. Well, technically, they're Xanalos gravity powers, and he basically brings all the girls to their knees pretty easily, but Shira and Shiki both stay standing. I'm assuming he didn't notice that the two of them didn't go down with the girls, because he then starts gloating that he has the power to destroy planets now, and that can easily crush them. The thing is, Shira and Cheeky don't give a shit and just punch him straight in the face. Oh, by the way, I noticed that he does bleed still, so that means he does have some organic parts to him, even though he's an android now, so technically he'd be a cyborg. Which I suppose means he's closer to Jin than he is to actually any of the people that were turned from humans to android, like the Shining Stars and Dark Stars. Of course, Muller realizes immediately that apparently he's outclassed, and he decides to change tactics altogether. Instead, he's going to destroy all of Nero 1 by having all of his drones that are currently fighting off in space just dive bomb onto the planet and just bombard it. This is crazy because the man is still technically on the planet himself, so he's going to have them suicide bomb the area. Then he could get caught up in the destruction, but I guess he could force him to aim in the other side of the planet where he's not at. I really don't know what his plan is. He's just insane at this point. So he orders them to dive bomb, and they're about to crash onto the planet. Everyone's freaking out, but Amira doesn't. She contacts her allies and calls for help. And it's revealed that all of her allies are actually the Oracion Seis Interstellar. Of course, the roster is slightly different. I mean, sort of. 4 out of 5 are still the same. Like Eraser's still around. So are Holy, Feather, and Jaguar. Honest to God, the fact that Jaguar is alive kind of surprised the hell out of me for a second. I'm like, wait, what? But then I realized, oh yeah, Universe Zero. I can't believe I forgot that for a second. And we get introduced to well, technically he's not a new member because Justice was never a member, but it's Victory, the guy who used to work for Justice. I can't really imagine he's as strong as him, but to be part of the Interstellar, you technically have to have the power to destroy a planet. That was one of the rules. So either this guy was always powerful, or he's more powerful in this universe than he was in every other one. I don't know, but point is, he got a promotion, so good for him. I love the fact that Keely's all happy to see Holy, which is funny because this Holy never interacted with them, so they wouldn't actually be able to make those little memories together. That's definitely going to be an awkward conversation they're going to have with her, saying that they're all friends. Oh yeah, and Mira is apparently also a member of the Interstellar in this universe. She goes by Face, that's her code name. Because each of the names they have are, of course, not their real names, because, for example, everyone knew him as Justice, but his real name was James, so there you go. Of course, Amir being known as Face makes sense. I mean, she does have shape-shifting ability, so it matches her quite well. Now, each member of the Interstellar command their own fleet, and so basically it's 5 separate armies all coming together to annihilate the entire drone army that was about to crash into the planet. Muller freaks the fuck out, and he decides to go to his final solution, which is to try to once again steal Rebecca's ether and go through time. But his method of trying to steal it is basically just to jump on her and grab her legs. So he doesn't actually do anything of substance in this particular instant. He's just being creepy. He then goes into his overdrive, not his Ziggy overdrive for some reason, which is the stronger version. He goes into his weaker version, but it doesn't really matter because he beats the hell out of Muller pretty easily. Shira then just cuts him in half, and then Shiki finishes him off with a black hole, ripping away the rest of his body, leaving him ahead. I knew that was going to happen. I predicted that before another chapter, that he was going to be left to being nothing but a head like he was before. Now, I did say Jin would get the final blow and crush the head, killing him, so he might still be alive. I could be finishing off my prediction, but my point is, I still was right that he's down to a head. But with all intents and purposes, Muller has been defeated. He's done. There's nothing left of him. I gotta say, this has been the oddest arc we've had so far, because we're just running through past villains like crazy, where most of them don't even really fight. They just either befriend Shiki, like Nero, just get annoyed by him, like Draken Joe did, is kind of in a weird quasi-space like She-Ra is, or is just completely annihilated like Muller. Like, we were just burning through these villains. But it's nice to know that the Interstellar still exists, which means that they'll be able to team up with them to take on Void and the rest of his army. The fact that Amir is a part of Interstellar is just weird to me, because she really got the 10-10 treatment where she mattered for like an arc or two, and then she was straight up abandoned once the Interstellar was brought in, and those 6 became the only important characters within the government. Everyone else just didn't matter anymore, including her, but now that she's a member, she matters again, which is a weird feeling to have. Now all they gotta do is find their last 3 members, Captain Connor, Pochka, and Labelica. And we can finally head off to the final cosmos that we haven't seen so far, the one where Rebecca's mother's from. I can't wait. I just wonder what it's going to be like. I think it's Yukino, the winter one. So just like how the Sakura of the spring has leaves and the AO fish for summer, I'm assuming this one's probably going to have like snow flowing through space and such. Whatever it is, as long as they can get the Interstellar on their side, they'd have a pretty good army to fight against Void. And if they're lucky, Elsie's already been training as well. Even though she's a princess, they could probably get her help too, with James. Proper army to go on their final journey to take on Void and to find Mother. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you enjoy more Zero and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.